Dr. Rao is currently a visiting professor at the Haas School of Business at Berkeley, and also at the London Business School. He's also taught at Columbia Business School. He's a professor of marketing at Long Island University, and his course called Creativity and Personal Mastery is one of the highest rated courses at many of the top business schools in the world. It's actually the only business school course that has an alumni association directly associated with the course. He is here today to talk to us a little bit about some of his ideas from his course and his book, Are You Ready to Succeed?, which some of you were fortunate enough to get. What else should I say, Dr. Rao? First of all, it's his birthday today, so he agreed to come to us on his birthday.
Thank you.
So clapping is really cool, but I've never done this in a group before. Why don't we sing Happy Birthday? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sri Kumar. Some put the birthday to you.
Thank you.
So we're going to leave some time at the end of this for questions, and he'll also stick around a little bit past 3 o'clock to answer any questions that you might have. And without further ado, Dr. Rao.
Thank you, Evan. And thank you all for the warm reception. I've never had so many people saying happy birthday to me before. And I'm really, really, really glad to be here at Google, because my work is just beginning to be recognized in companies, and a lot of companies are calling me to speak on their locations. But I made a list of which are the companies that I want to work with, and Google happens to be right at the top of that list. So I'm particularly happy that this worked out. So I'm going to be with you for approximately an hour, I guess. And I want you to be prepared. I want you to be open to the possibility that this hour is going to profoundly change your life. Now, every time I make a statement like that to a group like this, I get reactions. Here is a common reaction. Now, this is the reaction I really want to get, but I very rarely get it, and I never get it at financial institutions and investment banks where I speak a lot. So I settle for this. And I'm okay with that. Let me tell you what I do. What I do is I help highly intelligent, deeply driven, fiercely ambitious people find deep meaning. And I have a vision for every one of you, and the vision is that you get up in the morning and your blood is singing at the thought of being who you are and doing what you do. That as you go through the day, there are several moments when you come intensely alive, that you're completely absorbed in what you're doing, that you feel that, yes, you're doing exactly what it is that you were put on the earth to do, and just vibrantly, radiantly alive. You go to your knees in involuntary gratitude. Thank you, God. So that's my vision for all of you. And if you're there yet, don't answer that question. What I would like to do is, at the conclusion of our time today, I would like you to, accept that, yes, this is something that I buy into, this is what I would like to have happen to me. And 2, also have the determination that I'm not going to settle for anything less in my life. And if you can accomplish that, then I think that we'll have spent a very profitable hour together. You with me on that? So we'll do that. Now, before I begin, let me point out to you that profound change is very difficult to bring about. How many of you, at some turning point, and the 2 most typical turning points are your birthday and New Year's Day, have basically said something like, from now on, things are going to be different. I'm going to eat healthy, exercise regularly, stop procrastinating, catch up on all my backlog. And if you've done that, raise your hands. How long did it last? 2 weeks? There's a reason why exercise clubs sign up so many, so many more members than they can handle at the start of every year. And they do it, with the full confidence that the overcrowding will ease and ease very fast. Profound behavioral change is very difficult to bring about. And if you try to bring it about by an effort of will, you're doing violence to yourself. Odds are extremely good you won't succeed, but even if you do succeed, there will probably be side effects that you're not very happy about. Like you want to stop smoking, and you quit cold turkey, and you eat too much, and you put on weight. Or you decide, okay, I have to lose some weight, so you starve yourself, and you develop a crotchety temper and ruin relations with your boss, your spouse, your children, everybody else. When you try to bring about behavioral change by an effort of will, you do violence to yourself. Odds are you won't succeed. If you do succeed, you'll probably pay a price that you're not happy paying. When people go through my program, they do find that profound behavioral change happens. But this lasts because it doesn't happen by an effort of will. What happens is I have developed a systematic sequence by which you examine what your mental models are. I'll describe what mental models are in just a minute. And as you do that, you change how you look at the world. And as you change how you look at the world, you literally become a different person. As you become a different person, behavioral change is a natural byproduct of that. So that's how it goes. Let's talk about whether what I do and the kinds of issues I deal with are relevant to you or not. So I would like all of you to cooperate with me and be totally honest. So you're going to do that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of situations up on the screen. And when you look at it, if you decide, yes, this is a situation that's relevant to me, I want you to stick your left hand up. Now, don't stick it up tentatively like that. Be a person and stick it right up. All right? So if you find that there's one situation which is relevant to you, if you find that there's a second situation that's relevant to you, stick your right hand up. If you find that there's more than two situations which are relevant to you, stand up. So you're now standing up, going like that. And if you find, by the way, that more than three situations that I put up are relevant for you, I want you to kind of start swaying gently, okay? Evan was actually telling me that you folks don't have enough exercise and could I do something about it? And I said, I'll come up with a creative way of doing it, so that's it. But you've got to be honest. So if it doesn't bear on you, then don't be polite and stand up. But if you find it is relevant, then do stand up. Okay? So remember, first left hand, then right hand, then you start swaying. And if there's more than that, kind of go fast. Okay? Okay, so let's see how we're doing. It's wonderful to see a bunch of managing directors at investment banks going. So those folks are the kinds of things that I deal with in my course and in my programs. And we've just seen they are hugely relevant to not just people at Google, it's hugely relevant, period, to virtually everybody. And what I'm going to give you is a set of tools. What my program does is give you a set of tools. I can't obviously give all of them to you, but I will share a couple of them. And there are many more in the book that you have. And many of you have obtained it, and I think that the rest of you will obtain it or can obtain it. Let me lay the background. there are some important building blocks that I have to put in place before you can start understanding what I speak about. And the first of these is a concept called mental chatter. Mental chatter is an internal monologue that we have going on in our heads all the time. Begins right up from when you open your eyes in the morning, carries on through the day, is with you right now when you should be listening to me rather than to your mental chatter, and goes on till you go to bed at night, and frequently is so loud that it prevents you from going to sleep. Recognize the kind of thing I'm talking about? Oh, there's the alarm. Should I get up? I don't really want to get up. Let me hit the snooze button. I can get another 10 minutes. Oh, drat, there's that project due today. Why didn't that blank blank expletive deleted, submit what he was supposed to? Why doesn't anybody do what they're supposed to? I get stuck with all of the, dirty, unappetizing tasks that have to be done. Should I go to this talk? Will he have anything worthwhile to say? I saw his picture. He's bald. Bald people never have anything interesting to say. Now, that's mental chatter. We have it going on all the time. It's so much a part of our life that we've learned to ignore it. And that is a huge mistake. Because our mental chatter and mental models, I'll get to mental models in just a second, are what we use to create our life. We think that we're given something which is our life, we're given a set of things which is the reality we live with, and that's not true. We construct it using our mental chatter, and a lot of the times what we're doing is we're building it without even knowing that this is what we're doing. So mental chatter is the first thing that you should be aware of. You have it. Frequently, it works against you and is highly dysfunctional. So much about mental chatter. The next thing is